talk a lot in the book between recruiting better teachers and better students to become teachers and training of teachers. And in talking about quality instructors, what's more important? Is it recruiting the best person up front, or is training matter just as much or even more in terms of that would-be teacher?
Well, the evidence on what drives teacher quality is essentially, and this is the frustrating part, is essentially that most of the skills that teachers demonstrate in the classroom tend to be learned in the classroom, right? So selection matters, aptitude matters, certain affective predisposition, emotional, affective attributes matter. And there's been a lot of research on this, and there are screening tools that school districts can use to identify people who have a higher probability of success. But in the end, the dominant explanation of success is what teachers learn on the job, right? So training is critical. Training is critical. Most of it right now is done pre-service, and what's done in service leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of research on professional development, which I review in the book, and it's overwhelmingly negative. And I think school districts and people who are responsible for professional development understand this, but there hasn't been a lot of improvement. But the evidence suggests that teachers do learn on the job. They learn differentially. So not, by the time teachers have 4 years on the job, some of them are unbelievably great, and some of them really haven't made it. So
then why do we need training programs at all? Why don't we just pick the best students from, in some ways like Teach for America does, right? Pick the best students, put them through a short training program, and let them learn more on the job.
Because what matters is how the experience, whether the experience on the job is structured or not, right? So one of the chapters in the book and one of the major recommendations is to take a look at leadership, right? So I don't want to get ahead of the questioning, but there's a huge variation in teacher improvement on the job, and it's very strongly associated with the kind of context that a school leader provides for teachers to learn. So does the school principal create a culture in which, a culture and a structure in which teachers have an opportunity to work with one another, to learn with one another? Is there a formal mentoring structure set up? Is there a structure of teams and lead teachers that's effective? Does the principal herself or himself really know what good instruction looks like, so that the principal can identify the right people to be the mentors, the right people to structure that? Does the principal know what kind of training is really needed? It's not that external training and professional development is inherently bad. That's not it. It's that if it's applied across the board without sensitivity to what teachers need, when they need it, how it's going to be followed up upon, then it is a waste. It's the so-called drive-by professional development. Somebody comes in, does a workshop in the cafeteria, leaves, and then it's supposed to make a difference. Well, how could it?